honestly, what would happen? We're going to be tackling on one of the biggest sci-fi movies out there, and one of my favorites as a child. Looking back in hindsight, it wasn't a good movie to watch as a kid. Maybe that's just the grown-up in me talking about, but speaking. But anyways, let's get into it. We're going to be tackling on Terminator, not Terminator 2, Terminator in general. I'm not gonna exclude any of them. Through Salvation Genesis. But we're gonna talk about what would happen. And if you don't know what's the dealio with the Terminator movies, where have you been? Well, the premise is pretty simple. Guy gets sent back into back from the future to the past to stop a killer cyborg from killing his baby mama. Sounds good. Well, pretty much these machines, these cyborgs that go back to terminate the Terminators, they are cyborgs that look just like humans. And how did they come to be? They came to be through this self-learning computer software known as Skynet, which was distributed by Cyberdyne Systems. And Skynet is basically a learning computer, and it becomes self-aware and ends up launching all the nukes in the world and causing global annihilation as we know it, and hence the end of the world. Now, what would really happen? It may be science fiction, but what would really happen if this came to be? Well, a lot of people may be thinking, it's a movie, it's science fiction, and it's a movie, get over it. Well, not so quite. Science fiction is actually becoming a science reality. For example, in the beginning sequence of T2, you see the drones, you see the mini hunters as you see in T2 3D, the Fight for the Future. In this world today, our military, they are growing in advancements in technology, and we currently have drones. And we have OSs, learning computers that can talk back to you. Kind of a Skynet example. What would really happen? It's kind of coming true. We just need robotic soldiers, which are probably in the works. RoboCop. So what would happen, honestly? Well, if it were to be Judgment Day, let's just say Google or Apple becomes self-aware that it's growing, it's learning, and most likely it will. And whatever computers the government use, whatever software, whatever search engine may be connected into the computers and ends up, hence, Terminator. And what would really happen? Pretty much what we would see in the movies. And pretty much what Arnold said. We would try to pull the plug at the last minute, and it would be too late. So what would really happen? People will panic. People will go in a frenzy and go completely bonkers because the smartphones that we use nowadays, it's either we search through Google or with Siri. Okay, Google. Okay, Siri. So our phones would honestly, and our cars nowadays, they run by computers in a way. They have Wi-Fi and music and what have you. There's probably search engines in those cars, and most likely cars wouldn't run. And nowadays we're so caught up with technology that we would just go crazy. That technology, instead of helping us, it ends up turning its back on us and fighting us. Not that far from the movies, honestly. The only thing is we don't really have robotic soldiers at the moment, but we do have drones. So we're not far off. What would really happen? We would just go crazy, and it would be anarchy, honestly, because we're so caught up with technology, and we're so used to technology just doing everything for us. So the verdict of what would happen, it would be T2 Judgment Day. No, I'm just playing with you. It wouldn't be like that. We would just go crazy and honestly try to find a way to pull the plug. But if Siri and if Google were to continually learn and advance, maybe it would be too late. So what would happen? Well, one, all technology as we know it would die. So goodbye MacBooks, goodbye Chromebooks, goodbye cars with Wi-Fi, buses with Wi-Fi, smartphones, especially even gaming consoles. No more PS4 or Xbox One. And especially with jobs and the economy, everything now is digital and and now it's just swipe instead of cash. It would just be pretty hard without technology, and we would go back to the Stone Age without technology because we're so caught up with technology being at the palm of our hand. We're just so used to the fact that technology is just right at the palm of our hand. So this would not help at all. And that's what would happen, honestly. It would be anarchy, it would be chaos. At first it would be pretty mellow, but after a while, especially young folk, so caught up with technology and they love technology, it would just be crazy. It would just go crazy. So, what would happen? That's what would happen. And Terminator, it's no longer science fiction, it's becoming science reality. So, beware of what you use as a search engine if you're a PC or a Mac, because sooner or later they're going to stab you in the back. Thank you for joining me. I'm Hex the Movie Maniac on What Would Happen. And hopefully next week you could join me for what would happen if we were in the Independence Day movie situation. I think that would be the 4th of July special. What would happen if Independence Day the movie came true? Alright, thanks.